Sir Keir Starmer faces fresh humiliation after migrant hotel protests have erupted across the UK, just hours after damning figures revealed Britain's asylum crisis has spiralled out of control. GB News host Patrick Christys did not hold back, as he shared how Labour's party rival Reform, led by Nigel Farage, plans to tackle the migrant crisis. These included harsh measures such as arresting all small boat arrivals, detaining them on military bases, scheduling mass deportations and also having return deals with Afghanistan and Eritrea. Meanwhile, Starmer was warned by the presenter that he had made history for all the wrong reasons. Christys said, Nigel Farage's comments come just a day after Sir Keir Starmer actually made history, for all the wrong reasons. More than 111,000 people applied for asylum in his first year. Arrivals over that same period are up 27%. And we can add a few thousand more on top of that, I think, now that we're in August, because those figures ended in July. Turning to the small boats crisis, Christys fumed, Channel migrants account for 88% of those illegal entrants. So, if we solved the Channel migrant crisis, we'd knock it down by 88%, realistically. The fiery attack comes as outraged locals took to the streets today in protest against yet another wave of hotels being commandeered to house migrants. Demonstrators accused the government of neglecting communities already under strain, with critics warning the system has reached breaking point. The combined impact of high asylum seeker numbers and increasing public anger is certain to add more pressure on Starmer, who is already facing accusations of being weak on immigration. On Saturday, a new wave of anti-migrant protests and counter-protests began across the UK. Other protests against the use of hotels to house asylum seekers are anticipated in 8 different locations, including Liverpool, Bristol, and Newcastle. Counter-protests are also expected in almost all areas of anti-immigration demonstrations. Around 200 anti-immigration protesters nearly clashed with 50 anti-racism protesters in Hawley, West Sussex, where police kept demonstrators apart. Campaigners chanting "No hate, no fear, refugees are welcome here" were met with shouts of "No they're not" from the anti-migrant crowd. Other protests against using hotels to house asylum seekers took place in Liverpool, Newcastle, Perth, Exeter, Tamworth, and several other locations. Counter-protesters are also expected in almost all areas of anti-immigration demonstrations. There has been a rise in protests against the use of these hotels since gatherings at the Bell Hotel in Epping earlier this summer.